Ageism and changing societal attitudes. Ageism is a multifaceted social phenomenon that the World Health Organization, WHO, defines as the stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination directed towards others or oneself based on age. Ageism comprises three dimensions: stereotypes, thoughts, prejudices, feelings, and discrimination, actions, each linked to a psychological faculty. Ageism significantly affects overall health, defined by WHO as complete well-being, not just the absence of disease. Ageism thus constitutes an important and hitherto neglected social determinant of health. Different studies found that ageism was associated with worse outcomes in different health domains: physical and mental health, and social well-being. Physical health, reduced longevity; physical illness, risky health behaviors, sexually transmitted diseases, and inappropriate medication use. Mental health, mental disorders, and cognitive impairment. Social well-being, social isolation and loneliness, restricted sexuality, fear or crime and violence and abuse. Finally, there is evidence, albeit limited, of the economic impact of age discrimination on both individuals and societies as a whole. WHO's Global Report on Ageism highlights 3 effective strategies to reduce ageism: policy, law, education, and intergenerational contact. Strategy 1. Policy and law. Policies and laws can be used to reduce ageism towards any age group. They can include, for example, policies and legislation that address age discrimination and inequality and human rights laws. To combat ageism, bolster policies and laws through new local, national, or international measures and amend existing instruments allowing age discrimination. This strategy requires enforcement mechanisms and monitoring bodies at the national and international levels to ensure effective implementation of the policies and laws addressing discrimination, inequality, and human rights. Policies and laws to reduce or eliminate ageism include, for instance, legislation addressing age, discrimination, and inequality, policies to ensure respect for the dignity of all persons regardless of age, and human rights laws. Some direct evidence shows that policies and laws reduce ageism, and there is indirect evidence that policies and laws reduce other isms, e.g., racism, sexism, and could therefore also work to reduce ageism. Strategy 2. Educational interventions. Educational interventions to reduce ageism should be included across all levels and types of education, from primary school to university, and in formal and non-formal educational contexts. Educational activities help enhance empathy, dispel misconceptions about different age groups, and reduce prejudice and discrimination by providing accurate information and counter-stereotypical examples. These interventions encompass skill development and empathy enhancement using activities like role-playing and virtual reality. Research shows that educational interventions are among the most effective strategies for reducing ageism against older people. Nothing is known about their effectiveness for reducing ageism against young people. These interventions are feasible and affordable. Educational interventions have a central role to play in any effort to reduce ageism. Strategy 3. Intergenerational contact interventions. Investments should also be made in intergenerational contact interventions, which aim to foster interaction between people of different generations. Such contact can reduce intergroup prejudice and stereotypes. Intergenerational contact interventions are among the most effective interventions to reduce ageism against older people, and they also show promise for reducing ageism against young people. Educational interventions encompass informative instruction, skill development, and empathy enhancement using activities like role-playing and virtual reality. Intergenerational contact interventions are integral in comprehensive ageism reduction efforts, complementing policies, laws, and education. Lastly, and based on some evidence for their effectiveness in other areas, campaigns may be a promising strategy to reduce ageism. Campaigns are organized efforts using various communication activities and media messages delivered through multiple channels to influence behaviors and provide non-commercial benefits to individuals and society. They use either traditional media, e.g. television, cinema, advertising, radio, billboards, the press, signs in buses, taxis, etc., or new media, e.g. social media, targeted landing pages, pay-per-click advertising, digital banners and signage, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube advertisements, etc. Research on strategies to mitigate the impact of ageism after it has occurred is still at an early stage. Nonetheless, some approaches may hold some promise for lessening the impact of negative stereotypes. Both campaigns and strategies to mitigate the impact of ageism should be further developed and tested rigorously before they are scaled up. Artificial intelligence, AI, has had a major impact on society. AI generally refers to the performance by computer programs of tasks that are commonly done by intelligent beings. Algorithms are the basis of AI systems. The types of AI technology include machine learning applications such as pattern recognition, natural language processing, signal processing, and expert systems. Technological software and devices that focus on the needs of older people are collectively known as gerontechnology. AI is promising for enhancing healthcare for older individuals, although not all gerontechnology apps incorporate AI yet. The fulfillment of the promise depends partly on ensuring that the technologies do not exacerbate or introduce ageism. Embedding stereotypes, prejudice, or discrimination in AI tech or its use can harm healthcare, intergenerational engagement, and AI's potential for older individuals due to flawed assumptions about how they prefer to live and interact with technology. AI technologies for health can strengthen health and social care for older people by helping to identify risks and enabling older people to meet their own needs individually or in collaboration with their healthcare providers. To ensure that AI technologies play a beneficial role, ageism must be identified and eliminated from their design, development, use, and evaluations. WHO, in its document Ageism in Artificial Intelligence for Health, HEU Police Brief, indicates 8 considerations that could ensure AI technologies for health address ageism and that older people are fully involved in the processes, systems, technologies, and services that affect them. Participatory design of AI technologies by and with older people. Training and educational opportunities for older people to participate in the design of AI technologies should be provided. Furthermore, all AI programmers and designers should be trained in both recognizing and avoiding ageism. Age-diverse data science teams. Data science teams responsible for selecting, validating, and applying data must also be inclusive and well-balanced. Inclusion of older people in such teams and training other data scientists to both recognize and overcome forms of ageism can ensure that AI technologies are appropriate. Data science teams should also be diverse with respect to age and other demographics. Age-inclusive data collection. AI developers should ensure that AI data are accurate, complete, and diverse, including according to age. To ensure equal AI results, underrepresented groups like older people may be oversampled in datasets, correcting for imbalance. investments in digital infrastructure and digital literacy for older people and their healthcare providers and caregivers. Developers and regulators must ensure older people grasp AI's impact, consider its use, and establish rules for responsible AI deployment. Rights of older people to consent and contest. Elderly individuals should have the choice to consent or withdraw consent for AI use, determining how it complements or substitutes medical care and enabling personal decisions. Older people should also have the right to contest recommendations provided by an AI technology for health. Governance frameworks and regulations to empower and work with older people. Mechanisms should ensure that all the participants can discourage or identify ageism and implement appropriate procedures to address ageism and its consequences. Older people must be involved in ethical committees, regulatory agencies, and other intergovernmental or standard-setting bodies that consider the use of AI and set rules for its use. Increased research. As AI technologies become more commonly used by and for older people, research and studies will be necessary to determine how ageism and its intersection with other biases, such as racism and sexism, affects the design and use of AI, and to identify the measures most likely to mitigate or avoid age bias. Robust ethics processes. A robust ethics process, especially in universities, not-for-profit organizations and companies that design AI technologies, is necessary to guide the development and application of AI systems for older people.